Good evening. You're watching the News Hour at 9 and I'm Swati Joshi. The war in West Asia is no longer a distant thunder. The waves of war are washing up on India's shores. In the Indian Ocean, an Iranian vessel, IRIS Dana, was torpedoed by America. This turned one of the world's busiest sea lanes into a potential battlefield. The cost of the war is already being counted in Indian lives. 2 Indian sailors have been killed, caught in the crossfire of a conflict far from home. But the danger is not just on the high seas, also in our fuel tanks and our economy. With the Strait of Hormuz blocked, India reported currently has 25 days of crude oil stock. From torpedoes in the Indian Ocean to Indian sailors killed at sea to fears of a looming crude crunch, the waves of war are washing up on the Indian shores. But back home, the focus is not war, optics. Instead of uniting in the face of war, our netas are busy bickering. Let's sample the reactions. Rahul Gandhi alleges that the conflict has reached our backyard and we need a steady hand at the wheel. Then he goes on to say that the compromised Prime Minister surrendered India's strategic autonomy by remaining mum on America's strike in the Indian Ocean. Remember, this warship was invited by India to Visakhapatnam for a joint naval exercise. It was struck on the way back. Then came a barrage of posers by the Congress chief, Mallikarjun Kharge. First, why didn't PM condole the strike in our backyard? Second, with 2 Indian sailors killed, is a maritime rescue operation in place? Third, what's the plan to counter rising oil prices and no Russian imports? Fourth, is there any evacuation plan? Now, the opposition says that the Prime Minister has no answers and that the Prime Minister has also failed to condemn America and Israel. It's compromised India's credibility. Listen.
तो मुझे लगता है कंप्रोमाइज के साथ कंफ्यूज प्रधानमंत्री जी है। ईरान के बारे भारत का क्या स्टैंड है, इस पे बारे मौन हो गया है।
और ईरान के हेड ऑफ द स्टेट की मौत के ऊपर जबकि घर में घुसकर मारा गया हो, आपके मुंह से 2 लफ्ज ना निकले, इससे ज्यादा दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण कोई बात हो नहीं सकती।
एक तो जो हमारी दिल्ली में जो लीडरशिप है, जो इस मुल्क की लीडरशिप है, उन्होंने कंडेम नहीं किया इसको, उन्होंने वहां के लोगों को कंडोलेंस नहीं किया।
जो ईरान के ऊपर हमला किया है उसमें नरेंद्र मोदी चुप है, भारत की अप्रूवल की छाप देने के लिए गए।
And after this hue and cry came the masterstroke. India's foreign minister spoke to the counterparts, and then you had Vikram Misri, who visited the embassy of Iran and signed the condolence book on behalf of the government and the nation. This moment of the book signing is high on optics. Enveloped in stark black background, Vikram Misri sat with a larger-than-life picture of Ali Khamenei, the supreme commander killed by America and Israel. The government also put out a post categorically saying Vikram Misri signed the condolence book on the demise of Supreme Leader Ayatollah Sayyid Ali Khamenei. Following this, the External Affairs Minister Dr. X. Jaishankar too announced that he spoke to his Iranian counterpart for the second time since Khamenei was killed. But even now, the Vipaksh frowns. Pawan Khera claims this condolence due to political pressure and public persuasion, that this is a hypocritical face-saving exercise for headline management. Meanwhile, Aam Aadmi Party asked, was Vikram Misri voted as the new Prime Minister? PM's silence is weakness and cowardice. After demanding condemnation for Khamenei's killing, watch how the opposition changes the goalpost.
देश में इस बात को लेकर चर्चा भी है और ये बात जरूर सामने है कि गैस और पेट्रोल का संकट देश के सामने आएगा तो उसे देश की सरकार उससे निपटने के लिए सरकार ने क्या कार्य योजना बनाई है। और जिस तरह से हमारी समुद्री सीमा के पास इतनी बड़ी घटना हुई और उस घटना पे सरकार का कोई भी बयान नहीं आया है, तो सरकार को उस पर निसंदेह बयान देना चाहिए।
Khamenei साहब was supreme leader of Iran, and not only supreme leader, he was religious leader like Pope. After 6th day of his death, under what pressure Government of India asked Mr. Vikram to visit it to Iran and to sign on condolence book? He represents a foreign ministry. He is not a political person. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has made very awkward position of our country in the whole of world.
So this latest move, is this diplomacy or damage control? That's the legitimate question that we are asking this evening. Let's take that across to our guests.
You're watching the News Hour at 9. Debate number 1 on Times Now. Super Prime Time.
Tonight we're joined by Tuhin Sinha, national spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party. We have Abhijit Iyer Mitra, senior fellow IPCS. Tushar Gupta, political analyst. Ashwini Kumar Mishra, leader, Congress. Vivek Silas, national spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party. And advocate Anmol Pawar, spokesperson of the Aam Aadmi Party. Good evening to all of you. I want to begin with you first, Mr. Mishra. The BJP has hit back. It has responded to all the criticism, saying that dragging India into all of this is nothing but political, illogical and misleading. Go ahead with your response.
Good evening, Swati ji, to you, fellow panelists and your viewers. You started with a word called bickering. So let me tell you that calling a spade is not bickering. Calling a coward is not bickering. Calling PM Modi's compromise is not bickering. Calling Modi sold out India's interest to foreign nations is not bickering. Bickering is what this government has been doing. They are shying away from the accountability, and because of this, we are in crisis. We are in crisis because we took the side of a maniac called Trump. He has challenged our sovereignty more than 56 times. जो मोदी जी का 56 इंच का सीना है, I don't know whether it has a spine or not, because we can't see it. He's taking sides. He's dancing on the tunes of Americans. He has sold our interest because of few industrialists. इंडिया में एक बड़ी फेमस सी चर्चा है स्वाति जी इस समय कि चार गुजराती
स्टेटमेंट दिखा दीजिए जहां इंडिया ने ऐसा ऑफिशियल स्टैंड ले लिया है कि हम अमेरिका को और इजराइल को सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं, हम इस वॉर को सपोर्ट करते हैं।
स्वाति जी,
आज भी जब प्रधानमंत्री बोले तो उन्होंने क्या कहा? वी बिलीव इन द लॉ, वी बिलीव इन डायलॉग एंड डिप्लोमेसी।
And when did he criticize the actions of Israel and American on Iran? However, he has criticized the actions of Iran on the Saudi nations. So is it not taking the side when we speak about only one nation, condemn action of only one nation and does not condemn the action of other nations?
So when you say that in the uncertain times that we live in, we believe in dialogue and diplomacy, तो वो सब पर अप्लाई नहीं हो रहा है।
Uncertain times are brought over to us by our dear Modi ji.
Modi ji has brought uncertain times.
Always in place.
Modi ji has brought uncertain times. Whatever is happening in Middle East is happening because of Narendra Modi. You know, this is the standard playbook of the Congress party. Blame it on Modi.
You can try.
Is that what you're?
Mr. Modi the way you
No,
want.
I am not defending anybody. I am not defending anybody.
Problem is,
I am just asking you a follow-up question on what you just said. मैं तो सुन रही थी आपकी बात, अचानक आप ही बोल पड़े कि अनसर्टेन टाइम्स आर बिकॉज ऑफ नरेंद्र मोदी। सो आई एम आस्किंग यू, मिडिल ईस्ट में जो हो रहा है वो नरेंद्र मोदी ने करवाया क्या?
अरे मिडिल ईस्ट में जो हो रहा है वो नरेंद्र मोदी ने नहीं कराया, पर हमारे यहाँ जो ऑयल के प्राइस बढ़ रहे हैं, जो चाबहार पोर्ट हमने लिया था बिलियन डॉलर खर्च करके, वो हमने गवा दिया। हमने अपना जो एक मूलभूत सिद्धांत था अतिथि देवो भव, वी हैव ब्लडी लॉस्ट दैट।
One second. Atithi Devo Bhava, they participated in an exercise and the Atithi was back on its way, sir. One international waters to way beyond our maritime jurisdiction. One second, Mr. Mishra, 1 second. Atithi Devo Bhava exercise में participate करके जा चुके थे. It does not give you a security guarantee.
Whoa. Seriously, we were the protector of Indian Ocean. We were the विश्व गुरु. मोदी जी के इतने इंटरव्यू चलते थे कि हम इंडियन ओशन के प्रोटेक्टर हैं, हम विश्व गुरु हैं, हम युद्ध रुकवा देते हैं. And we are not able to protect one guest. And when we knew that कि Americans अपना ship लेके नहीं आए थे, they just sent their officers.
So you are saying Indian Navy should have intervened. So you are saying Indian Navy को intervene करके involve हो जाना चाहिए था US और ईरान के बीच में. तुहिन सिन्हा please come in. तुहिन सिन्हा को आने दीजिए. तुहिन सिन्हा please come in. Way beyond our maritime jurisdiction and all is fine, Tuhin Sinha, but this is in our immediate neighborhood.
Good evening, Swati. Good evening, everybody. You know, this opposition has been out of power for so long that they don't seem to realize that in an evolving situation like this, Statecraft has to be about calibration. Statecraft has to be about, a graded response. It has to be about nuancing. Our response cannot be as direct and cliched as they expect us to be. They need to realize that sometimes strategic silence is more effective than ignorant verbalization. They need to realize that sometimes gestures like the one our foreign secretary, came up with today when he visited the Iran embassy and, paid a formal condolence is way more effective than a running commentary which they want India to indulge in. Now, let me come to some specifics. As far as the Iranian warship is concerned, it was 250 nautical miles away from the Indian coast. And as per international law, our jurisdiction does not extend there. There are 32 countries which touch Indian Ocean. Does our jurisdiction extend everywhere? Of course not. What happened was extremely unfortunate.
No, 1 second, Mr. Mishra, now allow him to finish.
Indian Navy, please don't barge in now. Please don't barge in.
Allow him to finish.
Swati, I'm saying, I'm giving, I don't indulge in ignorant, blabbering like these people. Allow me to please complete my point.
Go ahead.
It is the Indian Navy which has categorically stated that it was part of the rescue mission. It went all out to, help the Sri Lankan authorities in locating the ship, in finding out in providing help to the sunken ship. Now, as far as condolence is concerned, today we have paid a condolence for the death of Khamenei. Why are they so desperate when it comes to condolence? The only time, when they had to pay a condolence, I do remember the Batla House encounter, they rushed to pay condolence to the family members of Indian Mujahideen terrorists.
But the opposition is saying Vikram Misri is not the Prime Minister. And this has happened after pressure. No, the opposition says, 1 second, opposition says Vikram Misri is not the Prime Minister, and this too has happened after pressure mounted by them.
No, you're missing out a point.
But he can't come.
You are missing out a point over here, Swati, which the opposition will not understand.
1 second, Mr. Mishra,
we have paid a bureaucratic condolence while still shying away from taking a political stand. That is the nuancing which this opposition is not able to understand. That is the delicate balance which India is moving ahead with, protecting its interest. If the opposition is incapable of understanding that, are we to blame for it? Why is the opposition not demanding, condolence for the death of 2 Indian sailors from those who killed them? Has the opposition demanded, condolence from those who killed our 2 sailors?
Okay.
So this opposition thrives in its opportunism, but India is fed up of the hypocrisy of this Congress party.
Okay, I want to bring in Abhijit Iyer Mitra. Yes, they were our guests. Yes, they participated in an exercise, but does that translate into security guarantee in international waters as well?
No, that is the point of international waters and national waters. Our territory ends 12 nautical miles out at sea. Any attack that happens in those 12 nautical miles is an attack on India. It doesn't matter where the ship is from. But if it happens within that territory, it's an attack on India. If it happens outside of there, it is considered international waters where the law of the sea applies. Now, if the ship wanted protection, they have a right under UNCLOS and under the customary law of the seas to ask for that protection and come into harbor. They chose not to. They could have done it in India. They could have done it in Galle. They could have done it in Colombo harbor. Heck, they could have even done it in Hambantota, which was on their way. They chose not to do so. Hambantota being a Chinese harbor, they would have almost certainly got protection, but they went past Hambantota. Please notice, Hambantota is more east on the southern coast and Galle is more west on the southern coast. They did not seek protection. You cannot protect people who do not want your protection. Second point here, talking about condemnation, I don't think we should, base it on what the Congress did or didn't do, but it is worthwhile noting the hypocrisy of the Congress in it. When Muammar Gaddafi, the sitting president of Libya, was tortured and killed, the UPA government in 2011 refused to condemn it. They refused to condemn it. When Saddam Hussein, who was the president of Iraq, was illegally removed and 3 years later hanged, there was no condemnation in 2006 from the Congress. So were they compromised at that point? Did they give up Indian interests at that point? So, this is a typical Congress argument. I never take them seriously anymore. At least since 2014, they're not worth taking seriously anymore.
Mr. Mishra,
out there. Does this put us in a crosshair? Unfortunately, the way Iran is behaving right now is they're going berserk on everybody, including very dear friends of theirs who have helped them out, on Azerbaijan, on Oman. These are countries that have actively prevented the use of their airspace and their assets from being used against Iran. And today they attacked Azerbaijan. For the last 3 days, they've been attacking Oman. Fourth, it is very important to understand the Iranians are attacking and killing people who did not start this war, who did not participate on this war. They have already killed 4 Indians, including 3 sailors. The Congress wants us to condole people that are killing Indians. This is the most anti-national stand you can take. This is a Congress that hates Indians. They want to see Indian sailors killed. They want us to sit and applaud people who killed Indian sailors. They are really, they are a B team for mass murderers. I've never seen more sold out George Soros stooges. Their leader went to the UK last year and asked for foreign intervention in India. They literally invited America to do to India what they're doing to Iran today. किस मुंह से आके ये लोग टीवी पे बोलते हैं बॉस?
बताइए, Mr. Mishra, please respond.
Seriously, I used to think Avijit Iyer Mitra is an intellectual person, but right now he sounds like C team or I don't know, D team, E team of Bharatiya Janata Party in the ecosystem.
A team is Rahul Gandhi. Please remember that Rahul Gandhi, he's like that, you know, Ahmadinejad's interview.
मेरा नाम मिश्रा है ना, सर मेरा नंबर है ना, let me speak.
Team, and they all turned out to be Mossad.
It is my time, sir. It is my time. I did not interrupt you. It is my time.
Plant within the
Mitra, it is my time. I can be louder than you.
Okay, gentlemen, 1 second.
Let me finish my point.
Okay, gentlemen, 1 second. One by one. Mr. Mishra, please respond. Please respond on the point made by Avijit Iyer Mitra on UPA's hypocrisy and why no condemnation of those who are responsible for the killing of Indians.
अभिजीत अय्यर मित्रा did lot of bout-aboutery, लेकिन मैं उनके एक सिंपल सा पॉइंट पे क्वेश्चन पूछ के आंसर करता हूं. He spoke about Iraq's leader. Now, can you tell me when he was hanged, did BJP demanded a condemnation from UPA government or BJP was okay with UPA government not condemning it? Can you answer that, please?
तो UPA government was waiting. अगर BJP डिमांड करेगी तो हम कंडेम कर देंगे. आपकी अपनी फॉरेन पॉलिसी नहीं थी.
Swati, let me complete my point. Let me complete my point.
Was in government.
Did BJP demanded that point of no? Reason was he was prosecuted by a judiciary process of Iraq. He was not bound by America in an undeclared
poisonous tree.
एक सेकेंड, नहीं 1 सेकेंड. अभी आप इतिहास ही बदल दीजिए. पहले 1 सेकेंड. ये पहली बार मैं देख रही हूँ कि आप ये कह रहे हैं that the foreign policy will be decided based on what the opposition is demanding. तुषार गुप्ता, ये पहली बार हो रहा है. ये enlightenment है. Enlightenment का moment है कि opposition का क्या डिमांड होगा उस पर foreign policy होगी. But 1 second. Nuance is equal to compromise. Is there where the vocabulary, the dictionary ends of the Congress party?
Good evening, Swati. Look, we need to get one thing clear. Someone is scamming the Congress because there have been no increase in the petrol or diesel prices. So I don't know when they say that there is an increase in the oil prices, who's really scamming them. But the Congress isn't famous for scamming itself, so it could be anyone from the Congress. Now, coming to the point of the ship that was sunken off the coast of Sri Lanka. Let's be very clear, it wasn't even in the territorial waters of Sri Lanka. It was in the exclusive economic zone, which does not mean enforcement of jurisdiction. Let's be very clear. It was 250 nautical miles from the Indian coast, the shortest possible distance. Now, the Congress is saying you should condemn this. Do we condemn the attack on an Iranian warship when the same Iran is killing our sailors, when the ships, including the Indian ships, cargo and crude vessels, stranded in the Persian Gulf and the Gulf of Oman, unable to cross the choke point of Hormuz, are being attacked by Iranians? Should we be condemning the Iranians then? Number two, they say they are our guests. What happened to our protection? We owe them that protection. Defense is not equal to hospitality. These are two very different things. They left our territorial waters. They made their choice. They made the choice not to port on an Indian port or a Sri Lankan port. That's their decision. They went into international waters. But does the Congress really mean that we should send our Indian Navy to escort the Iranian Navy back home through a war zone against the US and the Israeli forces? Do they even realize they're putting India directly in conflict with the forces of America and Israel? But they might want that actually, given their love for Iranians and the Hamas. They actually might want that. Number three, we have to understand, even if Congress's argument is taken on face value, that Indians should have guarded it. Does one even understand the repercussions, the kind of domino effect it would have? You want India to directly interfere in a military conflict between US and Iran in international waters, not even in any territorial waters of ours. This is my problem. If Rahul Gandhi was a prime minister today, Swati, I'm damn sure he would have sent the Indian Navy to block the Strait of Hormuz on behalf of the Iranians. And right now, the way the Congress is behaving, I said this yesterday also, give them a fishing port, they'll go and block the Strait of Hormuz to defend Iran. And lastly, Swati, you know, I'm reminded of a line from one of the TV shows I love watching. It says that the Franz Bernhard, who was the nephew of the Austro-Hungarian Empire, was killed by a group called the Black Hand. And because they were a Serbian nationalist society, the empire declared war on Serbia. Then Russia, which was bound by a treaty, was forced to mobilize, which meant that Germany had to declare war on Serbia. And then France declared war on Germany, and that is how World War I started. We have to understand any action by any sovereign, be in West Asia, be in Asia, be in Southeast Asia, can have dangerous domino effects in prolonging this conflict. Right now, our only stake in this war is our energy security, our energy in interest, a part of which passes through the Strait of Hormuz. Any party that can ensure that the Strait of Hormuz is unshackled by the Iranians, be it through talks or be through missiles, is what only India should concern itself with. India has absolutely no dog in this fight. To even suggest that India should militarily intervene,
India should be looking at its interests first. Its interests first. Vivek Silas, has the opposition lost the plot? You want confrontation, not consultation, at a time when the opposition should be working very closely with the government and having talks as to what India's approach should be. आप पहली सोच आपके ये आती है कि चलो गवर्नमेंट को ब्लेम करना शुरू कर दो, दुनिया में चाहे कुछ भी हो रहा हो?
नहीं, देखिए स्वाति जी, जहां तक मेरा ख्याल है, अगर अमेरिका को हिंदुस्तान अपना दोस्त मानता है, जो कि मोदी जी कहते हैं कि डोनाल्ड ट्रंप इज अ ग्रेट फ्रेंड ऑफ माइन, तो कम से कम अमेरिका को इतना सोचना चाहिए था कि भारत के राष्ट्रपति ने इस जो वॉरशिप जो गिरी है उसको इन्वाइट किया था, और यहाँ विशाखापट्टनम में हमारी महामहिम राष्ट्रपति भी गई थी उस समारोह में, और लौटते समय अमेरिका को कम से कम इतना सोचना चाहिए था कि उनके पास कोई वेपन्स नहीं है, कुछ भी नहीं है, और उसके बाद भी उसको निशाना बनाया गया। सुन लीजिए मेरी बात। और ये दिस इज अ वेरी वेरी सीरियस मैटर, क्योंकि अभी आप देखिए तो हमारे 38 शिप्स जो हैं वो वहां फंसे हुए हैं स्ट्रेट ऑफ हॉर्मुज में, और उसके बाद 1100 सेलर्स हैं और 10,000 करोड़ रुपए का माल उन शिप्स में भरा है, जो कि हिंदुस्तानी है। तो इंडिया शुड थिंक व्हाट शुड बी द स्ट्रेटेजी। आपने कंडेम तो किया, ये बहुत सही सवाल है, इंडिया की स्ट्रेटेजी क्या होनी चाहिए, बहुत सही सवाल है। लेकिन जब आप कहते हैं कि राष्ट्रपति जी ने बुलाया था, राष्ट्रपति जी भी वहां पर थी, विशाखापट्टनम में नहीं हुआ ये। फर्स्ट, डिड नॉट हैपन व्हेन द गेस्ट्स वर इन इंडियन वाटर्स, डिड नॉट हैपन व्हेन द एक्सरसाइज वाज अंडरवे। तो इसमें इंडिया को ड्रैग करने का पॉइंट फिर कहां है, वो समझा दीजिए। नहीं, देखिए कहीं ना कहीं तो सवाल कुछ ना कुछ जरूर खड़ा करता है,
पूछने के लिए
नहीं, पूछने के लिए नहीं। देखिए ये युद्ध है, ये बहुत सीरियस मैटर है जो कि इस समय हो रहा है। इसमें कहीं ना कहीं इंडिया कहीं ना कहीं परेशान होने जा रहा है, क्योंकि 50% क्रूड ऑयल जो है वो वहीं से आता है, उसी स्ट्रेट से, हरमुज से। 85% एलपीजी भी वहीं से आता है, और एलएनजी भी वहीं से आता है हिंदुस्तान के अंदर। और आज की डेट में चीन और रूस के लिए वो खुला हुआ है, हिंदुस्तानियों के लिए बंद है। कहीं ना कहीं हमारे फार्मर्स, हमारा फर्टिलाइजर
कहां से कहा। नहीं, एक मिनट। तुषार गुप्ता ऑल्सो वांट्स टू कम इन, 1 सेकंड। तुषार गुप्ता ऑल्सो वांट्स टू कम इन। इंटरनेशनल वाटर्स में हुआ ये बात ऑपोजिशन को समझ में आ रही है, विशाखापट्टनम में नहीं हुआ ये बात ऑपोजिशन को समझ में आ रही है। नेवल एक्सरसाइज में या किसी भी एक्सरसाइज में आप उनको एज गेस्ट बुला रहे हैं, तो उसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि आप उनको सिक्योरिटी कवर प्रोवाइड करेंगे जब तक कि वो अपने घर पे नहीं पहुंच जाते। डिस्पाइट दैट आपकी इंडियन नेवी ने एक प्रेस रिलीज दिया है जिसमें वो बता रहे हैं कि उन्होंने कैसे ह्यूमैनिटेरियन एड और असिस्टेंस के लिए एफर्ट्स डाले। विवेक साइलस,
अच्छा सवाल मुझसे है?
बिल्कुल
नहीं, I was just saying, Swati, I thought you were talking to asking Tushar. I'm just trying to tell you, because the matter is serious, because if the Strait of Hormuz is blocked and we keep on supporting Israel and America, So we are going to hit, the farmers are going to be hit, the mining industry is going to be hit, the infrastructure in India is going to be hit, the constructions are going to be hit, the irrigation is going to be hit.
No, one second. That is why I said, are these questions being raised just for the sake of it? क्या आप चाहते हैं कि इंडियन नेवी को, मैंने पहले ही कहा, इंडियन नेवी को इंटरवीन करना चाहिए था? इंडियन नेवी को इंटरवीन कर देना चाहिए था? किस पर अटैक कर देती इंडियन नेवी?
We are not at war, and war is the last resort.
We are not at war.
We are not at war. War is the last resort.
Exactly.
ये किसी ने नहीं कहा कि इंडियन नेवी को अटैक कर देना चाहिए. किसने कहा?
फिर आप इंडिया को,
किसने कहा?
फिर आप इंडिया
इंडियन नेवी को अटैक करना चाहिए? तो स्वाति जी क्या बात कर रही हैं?
क्या रोल देख रहे हैं? इंडिया को आप इसमें क्यों ड्रैग कर रहे हैं और इंडिया को इसमें क्यों ब्लेम किया जा रहा है?
At least the Indian government, the Prime Minister or the Defense Minister or Ministry of External Affairs, the Foreign Ministry should have condemned the attack on the vessel of Iran who were still helpless. उनके पास तो गोला बारूद भी नहीं था. और ये भी बता दूं,
एक मिनट
आफ्टर वर्ल्ड वॉर
II ये प्रेस रिलीज है सिर्फ कॉन्डेमनेशन से, सिर्फ एक सेकंड, कॉन्डेमनेशन से उस वक्त प्रायोरिटी क्या थी? असिस्टेंस पहुंचाना उस वक्त प्रायोरिटी क्या थी? टू एंश्योर की मदद किसी तरह से पहुंच जाती है. प्रेस रिलीज आप पढ़िए ना, इंडियन नेवी ने क्या कहा है आप पढ़िए. But let Tuhin come in. Tuhin, there should have been okay Tushar.
अब कमाल देखिए, वो हमारे सेलर्स को मार देते हैं, हमारे जहाज रोक लेते हैं, हमारे करोड़ों का सामान रोक लेते हैं, फिर भी हम उन्हें कंडेम करें, उन पर अटैक जो हुआ उसको कंडेम करें. ये किस तरह की राजनीति है दर्शक बहुत ठीक ठाक समझ रहे हैं. एंड स्वाति, लुक एट द इंटरेस्टिंग थिंग. The same people only a month ago when we signed the India-US trade agreement said that we have surrendered our sovereignty, we can no longer buy crude from the Russians.
Yes, you have surrendered your sovereignty.
20% of our crude needs came from Russia.
Give me one reason. Just give me one reason.
Now,
what is so good about the deal? What is so good about the deal, Mr. Gupta? Please tell me.
No, Mr. Salas, that's not fair. He did not intervene. नहीं, उन्होंने आपको इंटरप्ट नहीं किया. सुन लीजिए. पहले बात सुनिए.
Mr. Salas, just because you're sitting in studio doesn't give you the right to shout over everyone. Even your numbers
I'm just asking you a question, simple question.
You're just quoting fake numbers on national television.
What fake numbers?
85% of our LNG needs do not come from the Strait of Hormuz. Do you even know the numbers?
I know it. I know it. You don't have to tell me.
To Russia right now, we are willing
then
to.
What is the percentage? You please tell me.
There is no energy security problem. There is no energy security. Do you even know?
You have to write a letter
produced in India
to the ministry.
Do you even know that?
The oil corporation has to write a letter. कि सर अमेरिका से पूछ लीजिए क्या हम रूस से तेल खरीद सकते हैं? That is your position.
No,
you have to write a letter. कि भैया अमेरिका से पूछिए क्या हम रूस से तेल खरीद सकते हैं कि नहीं खरीद सकते? ये हाल हो गया हिंदुस्तान की सरकार का.
एक मिनट. हिपोक्रेसी देखिए कैसे होती है. हिपोक्रेसी देखिए कैसे होती है. अब इस पर जवाब आप दीजिएगा सैलस जी. 1 सेकेंड. 1998 में मुलायम सिंह यादव ने कहा था एक रैली के वक्त कि पाकिस्तान वाज फोर्स्ड टू कंडक्ट न्यूक्लियर एक्सप्लोजन्स फॉलोइंग इंडियाज पोखरण टेस्ट और उनकी इकोनॉमी कोलैप्स हो गई है. और क्या था प्रपोजल कि इंडिया को उन्हें फाइनेंशियल एड देना चाहिए 2000 करोड़ रुपए का टू टाइड ओवर इट्स इकोनॉमिक क्राइसिस. ये होनी चाहिए ना फॉरेन पॉलिसी. ये सही फॉरेन पॉलिसी है.
फॉरेन पॉलिसी ये थी जो माननीय नेताजी ने, स्वर्गीय नेताजी ने कहा था कि अब चीन जो है हमारा पाकिस्तान से भी बड़ा दुश्मन है. पाकिस्तान तो मच्छर है, कभी भी मसल देंगे. लेकिन आज ये बात सच हो रही है स्वाति जी कि हमारा असली जो दुश्मन है वो चीन है.
अच्छा, अभी पता चल रहा है.
चीन के खिलाफ आपका मुंह नहीं खुलता है.
हाँ, अभी हमको पता चल रहा है.
56 इंची जो है 6 इंची हो जाता है.
लेकिन जिनका मुंह खिला वो खुला तो 2000 करोड़ रुपए देने चले गए थे दुश्मन देश को.
नहीं 2000 करोड़ रुपए कौन दे रहा था दुश्मन देश को?
प्रपोजल
कौन दे रहा था?
क्या प्रपोजल था
दिया था
कि वो इकोनॉमिकली वो हिट हो चुके हैं.
आप मुझे दिखाइए कहां था उन्होंने.
अब आप ढूंढिए.
आप चला दीजिए.
अब चला दीजिए ना. रिपोर्ट है ट्रिब्यून के. बाद ढूंढिए, इस पर रिसर्च कीजिए, तलाशिए जवाब.
नहीं, आप दिखा दीजिए ना अगर आपके पास है.
ट्रिब्यून की रिपोर्ट.
मैं तो आपको चैलेंज कर रहा हूं, आप दिखा दीजिए.
अब आप ढूंढिए,
आपके पास हो तो दिखाइए ना.
बिल्कुल ढूंढिए. ट्रिब्यून की रिपोर्ट ये तक बता दिया. चेक कीजिए, ट्रिब्यून की रिपोर्ट है, गूगल कीजिए
दिखाइए ना.
तो इनसे ना
आप ही गूगल करके दिखा दीजिए.
द ऑपोजिशन सेज 1998 16 सितंबर चेक कीजिएगा, मिल जाएगा. तो इनसे ना ऑपोजिशन सेज, और विवेक सैलस को आपने सुना ही होगा. विवेक सैलस कह रहे हैं कॉन्डमनेशन इन एक स्टेटमेंट तो कम से कम जारी कर देते.
देखिए स्वाति, what is particularly worrisome for the country is that if you have noticed yesterday, many of the senior Congress handles actually tried to suggest that India may have provided access to US warships to hit at Iran. So imagine the notoriety, imagine the malified nature of this opposition when it tried to drag India into a war when India has made it amply clear, the world knows that India has nothing to do with it. Number two, when it comes to condemnation, please understand, if you understand the machinations of a contemporary war, the Iran warship was a legitimate target. In whatever happened was extremely unfortunate, but it was a legitimate target. In this situation, if we overtly condemn it, we are taking a side. When the Indian Navy has issued a very clear statement of how it went all out to help in that situation, to provide relief, I think this opposition needs to behave more responsibly. Condemnation, overt condemnation and overt condolence do not matter in this situation.
Okay.
Gestures are more important.
Gestures are more
important. Today's bureaucratic condolence is far more effective.
Okay, today's bureaucratic condolence far more important, gestures more important. Over condolence does not matter. Anmol Pawar, please come.
Good evening, Swati ji. Swati ji, let us first understand the chronology of events. We might recall that the US President Donald Trump once said that he holds certain secrets of our Prime Minister Narendra Modi, which if revealed could end his political career. At the same time, name of one of the closest ministers of Modi government, Hardeep Singh, emerged in Epstein files. And I didn't interrupt.
No,
he's getting rattled. He's getting rattled.
No, but factual तो होना चाहिए ना आपका आर्गुमेंट.
ये बीजेपी के प्रवक्ता को चुप कराइए.
हाँ, तो तुषार गुप्ता है, बीजेपी के प्रवक्ता नहीं है, तुषार गुप्ता है जो पूछ रहे हैं कि कहां से आ रहा है स्टेटमेंट.
कहां से?
अच्छा.
डेट बताइए. कौन सी रिपोर्ट
में है? He's getting more rattled than a BJP spokesperson.
अरे आपकी झूठ बोलने की अनुमति.
Can I complete? Swati ji, you are allowing him to interrupt. You are allowing him to interrupt.
Okay, but facts.
I can show the video.
Okay, facts.
भाजपा के प्रवक्ता मत बनो, चुप हो जाओ.
Okay, one second. Anmol Pawar, facts.
Don't get rattled.
कहाँ लिखा है? जो बोला कहाँ लिखा है? कहाँ लिखा है? बोलना.
There are videos on social media. There are videos on social media.
One by one. There are social media. I mean, come on.
Check.
Your arguments are based on social media.
वीडियो देखो.
Your arguments are based on social media. और social media की रिपोर्ट में कहा गया है कि हमारे आपके सीक्रेट्स हमारे पास हैं.
Okay, Swati ji, you are saying that no such statement. You are saying that no such statement has been made by the government.
Okay, Mr. Pawar. Mr. Pawar.
You are saying that. Swati ji, okay, as you are the biggest news channel. Please confirm that US President Donald Trump has not made such statement. आप बताइए, ऐसा statement नहीं दिया, आप कह दीजिए.
Tushar Gupta, 1 second. Allow him to finish his point. I'll come to you. Anmol, please finish your point. Finish your point.
Would you say? नहीं, Swati ji, I'm asking you. You're the biggest news channel. Please say whether US President Donald Trump ever said that he holds secret of Narendra Modi, which if disclosed could end his political career. क्या उन्होंने नहीं कहा था? बताइए, कहा था या नहीं कहा था? हाँ या ना में जवाब दीजिए.
Yes, never said it, यार.
डोनाल्ड ट्रंप ने एक सेकंड एंकर को और मैसेंजर को टारगेट करने, एंकर और मैसेंजर को टारगेट मत कीजिए, अपनी बात पूरी कीजिए. बिफोर मिस्टर मित्रा एंड तुषार गुप्ता कम इन.
You are a responsible journalist.
Yes, I am, and that's why I'm asking you to go ahead and saying facts, please. इसीलिए मैं आपसे कह रही हूँ facts, please, and finish your point. आप अपनी बात finish कीजिए, अपनी बात finish कीजिए.
Let me complete. Okay, let me complete now. At the same, after that, what happens? After these incidents, what happens? The tariff on Indian goods increased to 18% from 3%. India stopped buying Russian oil at the directions of the United States. India-US trade deal happened where a death warrant of the Indian farmers was signed. India stopped buying oil from Iran. After that, at the US directions, the import duty on cotton decreased, and we might recall that during Operation Sindoor, the US president claimed more than 50 times that he was the one who ensured that a ceasefire happened between India and Pakistan. He was the one who declared that.
Yeah.
Now, this Iranian
and then he was also the one who could not could not, one second, who could not say how many planes actually were downed. He kept on saying कभी 5, कभी 7, कभी 10, कभी 12, 50 बार अगर statements दिए तो 50 बार उन statements में अपने facts बदले. और अगर आपके पास details हैं, अगर आपके पास details हैं India US trade deal के, तो आप share कीजिए सबसे. Now as a responsible journalist, I'm asking you, a responsible नेता, responsible representative of the party, आपके पास कुछ exclusive details आई हैं क्या? Tushar Gupta.
I want to fact check Anmol Pawar right now on national television. He said that Trump has said that he can destroy Modi's political career. Let me fact check. A Times of India report from October 16, 2025. Trump says, shut up Anmol Pawar, shut up. You absolute grade A liar. Let me go to the report of Times of India from October 16, 2025. Modi is a great man.
एक सेकेंड, language please, gentlemen please.
Talk factually. Let me fact check Swati.
He is also stating some facts. आपको अपनी बात facts लग रही है, वो अपनी बात कर रहे हैं.
Because I did.
Can this grade A lad shut up please?
One second. Anmol, second. Take a response.
October 16, 2025, a report in the Times of India. It quotes Trump saying, Modi is a great man. I don't want you to take the word, Modi is a great man. I don't want you to take the word love any differently. I do not want to destroy Modi's political career. He said it as a joke. Anmol Pawar here is saying it as a gospel truth. Vivek Silence only you can be dumb enough not to take it as a joke.
He said it as a joke. You take it as a joke. The country knows. The country realizes after what events happened after that.
He said Modi is a great man.
You keep on
I love Modi. I love trading with him.
But I
do not want you to take the word love differently.
It was a joke. Come on.
Vivek Silence like you, it was a joke.
It was a joke,
I just need to make a,
you look like a joker and a
small
joke.
point. Swati, allow me 20 seconds. I just need to make a small point. Please understand that in some ways Trump is similar to Arvind Kejriwal. They say a lot of things which are not consistent. Arvind Kejriwal ने भी कहा था कि बच्चों की कसम खाई थी कि कांग्रेस से हाथ नहीं मिलाएगा. Did Arvind Kejriwal respect his word? And today Aam Aadmi Party is spreading lies about the Prime Minister. These shameless people should look at themselves before making ludicrous, preposterous claims over here on national television.
Since you've brought in Mr. Kejriwal, Anmol Pawar also has to be given a chance to counter. Okay, since you've brought in Mr. Kejriwal, Mr. Pawar will have to be given a chance to come in. Go ahead. Okay. Mr. Pawar, go ahead.
Swati ji, you were asking me कि बताओ कहां कहा था, and the one who objected, Mr. Tushar Gupta, now himself made it clear कि कहा गया था, लेकिन क्या कह रहे हैं कि जी वो मजाक में कहा था, मतलब वो बेहतर जानते हैं ट्रंप को. Secondly, today the entire nation is saying that our PM is compromised. There are three moot questions. Number one, whether India's strategic decisions are being taken under the external pressure of the US government. Number two, how much more will the Indian Prime Minister bend because of the Epstein files, because of the secrets which are giving him sleepless nights? And the point number three, did the PM himself sideline India's interest to make US President Donald Trump happy? इन तीन सवालों का जवाब अगर अगले एक घंटे में भी मिल जाए भाजपा
plagiarizing the questions from Pawan Khera. Look at the quality of this Aam Aadmi Party. They plagiarize Pawan Khera. They don't even have original questions. Copycats of the worst kind.
जवाब नहीं है आपके पास.
Copycats of the worst kind. Plagiarizing Pawan Khera. They don't even have original questions.
140 crore Indians are asking these questions.
No. How dare you bring Epstein files? How dare you bring Epstein files?
You don't have answers.
Absolutely no.
Okay.
You don't have answers.
Absolutely no.
Okay, one second. Epstein files तक जाने की जरूरत नहीं है. वो डिबेट जब होगी तब आप चले जाइएगा Epstein files. But today we are talking about India being dragged into this. Anmol Pawar. Today we are talking about India being dragged into this. And I want to bring in Abhijit Iyer Mitra. It's because of the secrets that Anmol Pawar just spoke about. It's because of Epstein files that we are allowing US to do all of this. That's why we're not issuing statements. We're not condemning anything.
Well, you see, Epstein had also said that Arvind Kejriwal visited the island and sacrificed a 5-year-old child out there. Can you deny this? You are the head anchor of a major channel. Can you deny that Arvind Kejriwal went to Epstein Island and sacrificed a 5-year-old baby and then ate the baby, roasted the baby with soy sauce and ate it?
Not an ounce of truth in this.
Facts, please. Facts, please. Okay, facts, please, gentlemen. ये joke नहीं है. Let's not do that. It's a serious debate.
Unlike the AAP, which likes to make a joke of everything, especially this country and national policy, let us understand what is happening out here. India is trying very, very hard to stay out of this, tamasha that is happening in the Gulf. Understand, Indians are being attacked at multiple levels. There are only about 40,000 Indians, of which 8,000 are permanent residents in Iran. There are 1 crore Indians in the countries that are being attacked by Iran. Attacked unprovoked by Iran. Second, the oil and that comes out of the Straits of Hormuz feeds India. Third, a huge bunch of commercial merchant navy sailors are Indians, trained Indians, who are a crucial source of remittance, and they are a very important part of the economy. Okay, they have been trying to drag us. It is Iran that has been trying to drag us into this war since day one by attacking our interests. Now, on this program, very pervertedly, we are asked to condemn an attack on Iranian sailors by the same people who are refusing to openly come out and condemn the country that has killed Indian sailors. Where is the AAP and the Congress protesting outside the Iranian embassy for the last 3 days? किस मुंह से बोल रहे हो? ठीक है, 10 साल पुराना, 15 साल पुराना hypocrisy you shouldn't raise. What about the ongoing hypocrisy right now?
Very quickly, I have to move on, but Mr. Mishra, the ongoing hypocrisy, please respond on that.
I just have one last question to Mr. Mitra and to Sinha. If Modi ji is not bothered about America, then America जाकर के इजराइल जाकर के नागिन डांस क्यों करते हैं?
अरे सर, आप फिर वही बात में एक सीरियस डिबेट हो रही है यहाँ पर. ये क्या नागिन डांस की बातें? आपसे सवाल ये पूछा गया कि आप क्यों नहीं कंडेम करते हैं उनको जो रिस्पॉन्सिबल है फॉर द डेथ ऑफ इंडियन सेलर्स?
कौन सा वीडियो है, कौन सी नस दबी हुई है कि इनके मुंह में दही जम गया है जाकर के जब हमारे
आप चाइना के इशारे पे राहुल गांधी फिर वो बोलने लगेंगे कि राहुल गांधी चाइना के इशारों पे क्यों रिएक्ट करते हैं? नाचने वाला वर्ड मैं नहीं इस्तेमाल करना चाहती. एमओयू क्यों साइन हो रहे हैं?
हमने नहीं यूज किया.
अभी आप नागिन डांस अभी आप बोले नागिन डांस. ओके, इतना शॉर्ट टर्म मेमोरी है कि सेकंड्स पहले क्या बोला है वो भूल जाते हैं. इतना शॉर्ट टर्म मेमोरी है. चलिए, नो, वन सेकंड. I also want to take into consideration and accommodate what our viewers have to say. This is what Nagaratna M. Iyer said. Congress will find another reason to change the goalpost. Jamshed Dumasia says they, in bracket Congress, will never come out in support of our country's interests. Then you have another viewer saying Congress is not concerned about Khamenei's death. They want to get back to power and use his death as an opportunity to only play politics. And let's also take a look at the poll results. After the government condoles Khamenei's death, will Congress now back down? That's the question that we asked our viewers. That's the poll question. 25% people say yes, 65% people have voted no, while 10% maintain that they don't have a view and opinion on this at the moment. All right, I'm thanking our guests for debate number 1. Tuhin Sinha, Ashwini Kumar Mishra will continue to be with us for debate number 2 as well.